And we are live. Man, I'm excited to do the show tonight, guys. It's Friday. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. And, man, Black Friday deals to Cyber Monday. I got a lot of them between Kicker, Showtime, Sparks, Excess Power, Down for Sound. And if you guys got any other ones, let me know. But we're going to talk about them all. And without further ado, let's kick off this intro. And Cornut, thank you for being here since the beginning. And Aaron, I love these kind of questions, man. And I answered it in the comments, but we'll talk about it. Where to find the displacement of a woofer for Kicker. It's not on the website. I know where it's at.
Would you look at that?
Oh, would you just look at it? Just look at that. Just look at it.
Okay. So we're kicking it with Andy, right? You know what that means. We living loud.
I know I am. Catching up on a few things, but you know what? We got a big guest coming on Tuesday, so that is that itself. And you guys are gonna freak out. It's gonna be awesome. Here we go. Thank you for hanging out with us, man.
Living life with Andy.
Toby! Green team for the win.
Green team.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It is Friday, and I missed you guys last Friday and everything else going on, and, you know, just catching up on it, or Tuesday, sorry. Missed the Unmasked After Show because there was no Kicker Unmasked show. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to just stream just to stream, even though I can. I just like, you know what? Take the time off, and I know you guys didn't know what to do with yourselves on Tuesday. Neither did I. But either way, thank you guys for tuning in. And tonight is going to be fun because I'm going to be talking about all the kicker discounts and kind of everything under the umbrella for, just everything that's going to be discounted for Black Friday and everything that entails. So thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. I wanted to do a video, and I was going to do it last night rather than just live stream format. And let's just say that didn't go to plan. And but you know what? It was worth it. Till 5:30 in the morning. Crystal clear live streams with an awesome guest that I won't tell anybody until the end of the show tonight, of course, but still had to do it even better. I mean, we had EXO on there, and I'm rewatching it. I'm like, you know what? I think I can make this a little bit better. Thank you for tuning in, Mr. Mullen. Hello, fellas. Man, I missed you guys. And by the way, Cornut, thank you so much for gifting a membership. And man, you guys are awesome that just, make the green team bigger and bigger every day. And there's some people that, they're like, what is that? I don't even know what I'm looking at, but at least they're looking at it. Thanks to you guys. Appreciate you, Cornut, and thank you for always tuning in, being here. And I know Kayla and I are eliminated from Living Loud with Andy Fantasy Football League, but there's always next year, and the NFL just doesn't make sense this year with the Kansas City Chiefs. They still win somehow. I just don't understand. Maybe that is rigged too. 37 of you guys in here. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. William. Andy knows that you just got to look at it. Would you look at that? Would you just look at it? Thank you so much, William. Appreciate you as well. Thank you for being here. And all you guys that just tune in, say hello. And, I just got done watching the Sparked Innovations live stream, and I'm looking at all the people tuning in, commenting and stuff. I'm like, you know what? I love doing what I do, man. And you guys are awesome. You know where to tune in at. Let's see. Bad Customs. Happy Thanksgiving, Kicker fam. Drinking a White Russian like Jeffrey Mr. Bobinski. Hey, enjoy your Thanksgiving weekend, man, and absolutely. I know we had a lot of turkey, and it was good, man. Let me tell you that. Goodness gracious. You got to have seconds, and we only had a little small turkey, but still, you know what I mean? We didn't go nowhere. Kayla cooked, and it was amazing. Love you, babe. Thank you for making Thanksgiving dinner, and thank you guys for being here tonight, of course. All right, let's see here. I got a lot to talk about and a lot of discounts to go over. And the one thing that I do want to say this is anything that's Kicker, and you see it right now that's discounted, it's not at kicker.com, but kicker.com has their own separate thing of Black Friday discounts that the other places don't have. So we're going to get all into that as well. And again, with how Kicker does things, I mean, this is the minimum advertised price, so you can get the discount other places as long as they got it on their website. But still, I seen this and affiliate extra. I'm like, all right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it because usually it's Showtime. I love Showtime. And we can talk about batteries. We did that on 3 days ago or something like that. Just kind of going over their deals that they have going all week. And it's kind of crazy how all the deals are just turning into Black Friday week of discounts. It's not just Black Friday at, Friday 4 in the morning or something like it used to be. All right. And then it just started to be Thanksgiving at 4. It's just all week. Get the discount. And if we're out of stock, we're out of stock. That's that. Let's see here. Brody, man, got you on the big screen. Thank you for tuning in, Adam. Appreciate you. You and Brody, man, you guys are awesome. And thank you for being here and putting me on the big screen. That's the main reason why I was doing a little bit extra work last night instead of doing like things I was supposed to do, because I know a lot of people watch the live streams on the big screen, especially Kicking It with Andy. You got a big guest coming on. You want to get every single pixel you can. And now we can, and it's going to be awesome. Neen Jabbers, thank you for tuning in. Dubby, appreciate you, man. Dubby has been working on the new Living Loud with Andy logos, and they are done. I just have to get them, put them on the website, and take everything else down. And it's just, man, it's literally going to be like this and the old ones, but with the new flavor. It's going to be awesome. Thank you for just all your work, man. Appreciate you, Dubby, and thank you for tuning in tonight. And Garrick, I felt bad for bailing on you Tuesday, but I'm like, I thought Kicker was going to do like one of those pre-recorded shows or whatever. And because they do that when they're gone. They pre-record an entire live stream and then post it so you guys can still enter the giveaways and, just kind of hang out in the chat like you're doing tonight. And they weren't going to do that. I'm like, oh, then I'm just going to take the night off too then. That's fine. So we'll be back here Friday. I'm like, man, we got to get a good guest for Tuesday, and we got a good one. Let's see. We are the champions. Aaron, Kicker does make some Marine head units. Some people use them in their car. I did see that earlier where he was talking about, does Kicker make, if they made head units for their vehicle, for your vehicle, like car audio, 12 volt, right? Well, boats are 12 volt, so you can use the Marine stuff. Now, I feel like the biggest obstacle you're going to have of using like a KMC kind of radio, Kicker Marine head unit, it's not going to be just like a single or double DIN kind of thing. I've always wanted to buy one, and for some reason, every time I make my big order, I'm like, nah, I'm going to wait till a little bit closer to Slamology, because I do want to try one and replace my Kenwood just so that we can have all matching stuff. And, man, they got one, it's got like 8-9 channels or something crazy, and I think that would be kind of perfect. And with the zone capability, it's really perfect for car audio guys that have speakers on the outside of the car, and they don't want to wake up the whole neighborhood by blasting their Britney Spears through their door speakers that are outside the car. And you can buy the zone control thing by itself on top of everything else, just to have total control of everything. It's really awesome, and that is the key with car audio, is having the control here. Jabby 2020, welcome to Living Loud. Oh, well, would you look at that? He just joined the green team. Thank you, Jabby.
Green team.
Appreciate you guys, man. And it's only 99 cents a month, and you get green names, you get the Kicker logos. You can see, look, they're floating right on the screen right there. Just look at them go. You can do that. What's going on, Ryan? Thank you for tuning in. How's that beautiful family? They're doing good, man. Nobody's sick, and we made it through the holiday, and just kind of kick back, relax for the most part. We didn't do any of the, Black Friday shopping outside, We're okay. But, just catching up on stuff and just living life and enjoying family time, which is what you need to do, man. Andy, you see the likes for the post I put in Kicker Club, and man, thank you so much, Bobby. And if you don't know about Kicker Club, man, you're sleeping on a rock. You gotta go check it out, man.
Sounds like a cool club.
Yeah, it is. It is a cool club. Clubs are cool.
Thank you, Bobby. Appreciate you, man. And we are up to 66.9 thousand members in Kicker Club, and it's literally a one-stop shop place that you can go to just check out stuff, of Kicker. Post your build, whatever you want to do, man. And I know how it is with some like groups and stuff where people kind of rag on certain brands, and I mean it's kind of smart if you're running one brand to be in that car audio group on Facebook. And me being who I am, I'm like, you know what, I'm making my own Kicker Club. And that was that. It's been a wrap, man. And we are the largest Kicker group on Facebook. And I hate saying that, but it is. It's the biggest one, and it's because of you guys. It's because you guys tune in on YouTube and just loving Kicker, man. There's more people out there. I know there are. There's so many people that love Kicker. Every time that I go up to somebody, they got a Kicker story about their dad had it, their uncle had it, their brother had it, whatever. It's such a big name, man, and it's easy to do. I can't take all the credit. Chris Richardson, welcome to the green team.
Green team.
Would you look at that? 2 individuals. Appreciate you guys, man, and welcome. You're going to love it here. And if you like car audio and you happen to like Kicker, you're in the right place. Again, thank you, Bobby B. Just doing housekeeping, and then we're going to get into everything else with the discounts. That's why I wanted to do a video, which I still might do, but I gotta get ready for the guest, man. You know how we did EXO, man. We had to do all the fancy stuff, and yeah, we got to do that too. Cornut, thank you, man. Question, 50% off Kicker Black Friday coupon for everybody who's Who hits the like? Who hits the like? Don't say that. I cannot say that. I cannot say that. But the 50% off discount code that we give out every 2 weeks on this show, every other Tuesday, every 2 weeks. Thank you, Kicker. And of course, Bullfrog 100s, EB 400s, TW2s, man. And just cool stuff. You get the unmasked t-shirt, whole swag pack. I mean, who doesn't like Kicker stuff? But the 50% off discount code, that is killer, man. It is 1,000%. So, Cornuts, okay, man, he's doing it. He's doing it. STK, have any discounts for Black Friday? I don't know. He's got to let me know. He's got to let me know. Thank you for tuning in, Joseph Keenan. All right, just trying to catch up. There's Andy Mack. Appreciate you for tuning in on YouTube. I mean, YouTube is where it's at. Facebook, it's just for reach. But appreciate that you're here, man, and all that you do. I'm trying my best. I got your mess. I'm trying my best. Kyle Goddard. Would you look at all those Living Loud with Andy emojis? We got everything in there, man. Even Sony explodes. What the heck? We need a Christmas song rebased. Bang that all December. You know, between, DJ Dirty Bass and DJ Rusticles, I got one in one pocket, one in the other. I'm like, hey. You know, I talked to DJ Rusticles first. I mean, who doesn't like his intros? I mean, a lot of people don't, but I love them. You know, I turn it on and they're like, what the heck is this? Breaking glass and smacking, you know, it's funny. But still, he's got Christmas music. I'm sure DJ Dirty Bass does, and they both do take custom song requests, Stubby. I know I got that 50% off or $50 coupon for you. Let me know. Let me know what you need. Appreciate you, buddy. It really is, man. Kicker Club for the win. Thank you, Garrick, man. He's trying to grow. I'm trying hard to grow Trinity Audio only. It's hard to keep everything one build. It really is. It really is. And yeah, I know with just, you know, head units with Kicker. Yeah, I mean, they do have them technically, but not just for car audio. And there's a reason to that. And I'll let them explain that. I mean, other than, you know, just my opinion on it, there's enough out there and it's got to make sense. But I know that they have brushed on that subject a few times. And Cedric Davidson, thank you for tuning in, man. I got my Kicker components. That's awesome. Can't wait to hear them, and go easy on the tweeters. I know he was blowing tweeters on the Infinities. And what's cool about the Kicker tweeters is, I forget what John Myers told me it was. It's like a little resistor kind of thing, but they got a name for it. Like they got a name for everything. And it literally just starts sucking up the power whenever you're pushing it too hard on that tweeter. And then it pulls down the volume, but instead of blowing your tweeter, it just pulls down the volume, and it's almost, in a sense, impossible. Not entirely, because there's going to be that guy out there that blows up a Kicker tweeter, trust me. Speaking of you know what? I totally forgot, Bobby. I got you. I will do that tonight. I always do that by Tuesday, but then with Kicker not even going live, it threw me off, because I come up here to the studio, and I have it out by 5 o'clock, because I'm getting ready. I got you tonight, Uncle Bobby B, as soon as I get off the show. And the guys on the Discord, man, might be a few minutes late. We got to get that for Bobby. We got to get it to him. Dr. Asus, first time here. Thank you. Oh, man, that's awesome. That's like the Asus computers or whatever. I know the logo, or it looks just like it. Thank you for being here. Hope you like car audio. And if you guys got any questions, we're going to talk about them. And, of course, we got to do the discount stuff, the Black Friday deals. But you guys are awesome. The comment section here is always, you know, these guys are here. They have a good conversation while I'm trying to do a live stream, and that's the fun part about it. I don't think I can sit back and relax any further. Sit back, relax. I'd be in the trunk if took Rusticle's advice. Hey, you know what? Maybe he's right in sometimes. This has been a busy night. Sparked Innovation, Sky High Car Audio, now kicking it with Andy. I know I was watching Sparked Innovation with their Bass Blaster subwoofer, and I'm excited to see that. I definitely want to grab them. I know they're designed by Sundown, but I mean, I'm not knocking on any brand, and it's just, I like it because it's blue. It's Sparked Innovations, 2,000 watts RMS power handling, $650 or $600 for the 10, give or take. It's a little bit cheaper than the L7X, 4-inch coil instead of 3, and from what I understand, a reasonably low FS, and that kind of means some things. And, you know, it's just, I like it because who they are. You know, it's like you buy a product for its performance, its price, but also who's selling it to. It does make a difference, let me tell you, man. But still, at the end of the day, I can't wait to see those in people's hands. And I did not watch the Sky High car audio one, though. Not yet. Not yet. I was hoping I would have got a Living Loud with Andy shirt, but I love the Kicker Unmasked Live. I know, you know, I've always been trying to work with things with Kicker Club to get t-shirts from Kicker Club. Now that I'm doing whatever I'm doing here now, you know, it's still cool that I can do all this stuff as well, literally with their logos and stuff, which is a blessing in disguise, if you want to call it disguise. Awesome. But still, to have them make something for Kicker Club, you know, and I don't know, man. You know, it's like I wish that I could do that as long as, you know, money's available at some point in this career of doing this stuff. I would not mind doing that every Tuesday, just throwing a little something extra in there because it's coming from me. It's my show, and they're also giving out the products to you guys. In all due time, Chad, trust me. And if you guys stick around long enough, we will do all that fun stuff, which it's been growing since if you've been here since the beginning. John, thank you for tuning in. Hi, Andy. Do you know where I can install my system in Stillwater? Only know Midwest, like to know more places. You know, I am not too familiar. I don't live in Stillwater, even though the room does not reflect it. I live in Pittsburgh, so I couldn't tell you. I don't know if Kip's still installing anymore, but I would... You can always ask Social Kicker just because they're going to know every single guy that's around there. You know, that's a Kicker question. They know the area and they know the people that do the installs there. And I wish I could help you out a little bit more. Thank you for tuning in, Basehead 30. Appreciate you, sir. Andy, please tell everyone pray for El Fuego, and I hope he's doing okay, man. I know he's dealing with health stuff all the time, up and down. It's a roller coaster, and that's why we have to be thankful for every day that we do have, but I will be praying for you, El Fuego, and thank you, Bobby, for just being an awesome person. Let's see. Okay. Jonathan Allery, thank you for tuning in. CX 1800.1, 4-gauge or 0-gauge? Good quality wire? Either way, what say you, Andy? You know, that's a good question. I mean, this is Black Friday stuff, but it's Q&A, it's Friday, and this is the whole point of why I do what I do. The CX 1800.1, I mean, you're going to be pulling anywhere from, 2 to 300 amps of current, give or take, you know, at the most. Like, that's on a resistive load at 1 ohm. But you're really not going to see that. But again, you can. So you kind of want to judge for that. And with the power wire size, how big do you need? 4-0. I mean, technically, you could do 4 if the run isn't very long. But if we're talking front to back of the vehicle, I would at minimum go 0-gauge. Just because 4-gauge is good for, 80 to 100 amps of current, give or take, on like 15 to 20 feet. Depending the type of wire, too. It's not just the size. But of course, we know this, some don't. So there's a lot of variables, but with an amplifier that's a 2,000 watt amplifier and you're going to be pulling 200 to 300 amps of current, I would go with bigger. You know, it's money, but trust me, man, it's the foundation. You don't want to build your house on 2x4s. You want to build it with 4x4s. You need that foundation, that strong foundation to keep everything happy. Thank you, Jonathan, for tuning in. Appreciate ya. Dr. Asus, why does Kicker have the L710s for the F-150, but the L712s for the Silverado? Will Silverado box fit F-150? I know with those brand new ones, the loaded enclosures that they just came out with, that's one thing I did want to mention. Those enclosures that just came out are not on sale anywhere. There's a few things that are not on sale, but mostly everything is at not kicker.com, but just Kicker dealers. On any website, in a store, you know, what you name me. There's a few that just are not. And that is one of them. The L7X is another. And the Warhorse is another. They're not on sale, unfortunately. But you can get to CX 1800.1s for 25% off. And it's kind of close. It's kind of close. I don't know. You know, I feel like when they design those things for those specific cars, they have that in mind, you know, okay, well, we can build a little bigger so we can run 12s and then this 10s. I don't think they're going to give you too many options for that other than maybe wire and impedance. I would have to go over those because I know those just came out not that long ago. But that would be my guess on that. And yeah, I don't know if it would fit in one or the other. I think those are really custom fit to the shape of the vehicle. You know, just that's the whole point with a truck enclosure. When somebody asks me, can you build a truck enclosure? I'm like, why don't you just go buy one? Unless you're getting rid of the back seats. You know, there's only so much space there. You might as well get something that contours to the vehicle of the car, aka your truck. Thank you so much. We got the kicker going over here. Cornut got it going earlier. Garrick got it going with a $5 super chat, and he's making us look at it.
Would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it. You got to look at it this way, okay? You just got to look at it. That's all you can do anymore.
Thanks for making us look at it, Garrick. I really appreciate you being a good friend and a brother of mine. My dream is to see Raisinator parked next to Cookie Monster. Absolutely, man. 2 hatchbacks with 18s in them, single 18s. Bass Brothers. Thank you, Garrick. Appreciate you, man. And just thank you for being an awesome person, dude. Thank you. Support for the small guys, too. Mr. Mullen. We love Mullen. Go check out Mullen Performance Audio. What's wrong with the Sony Explodes? Did they explode finally? Did they explode? Let's see. Okay, that would be cool, Bobby. I don't know. I can only pull so many strings at once. We'll work on something, man. Gotcha, Jonathan. Just received my loaded L7T 10s for the Ford. And, you know, the L7Ts, the Comp RTs, they are like shallow mount drivers, literally designed for that kind of application. And one thing I just happened to notice yesterday, because I'm looking it over all these discounts and stuff, and I'm like, wow, the T version of like the L7R, the L7T, or the Comp R, or the Comp RT, you know, CWRT, it's funny how the shallow mount ones, the Ts, have more power handling than their counterpart. You know, and I don't know if that's just because like it needs a little bit more because it's a little bit heavier and just different mounting because the, you know, reversed magnet or however that stuff works for shallow mount and how Kicker does it. I don't know. I just thought it was something different. I'm like, wow, look, there's more power handling on that from, you know, like the 10 versus the 10 or the 8 versus the 8 of the T and the non-T. I just thought it was something to look at. Thank you, Professor Blake, for tuning in. How is it going? I wish I could change the names for you guys. Be Professor Blake. Appreciate you, man. Hope you're doing well. Keep doing your thing, man. Keep doing your thing. Making me look bad. All the shorts you guys are making, I'm like, I need to make more shorts, but work. That's been it. That has been it. Cody, thank you for tuning in. My dude, Andy, what is up? This guy just brings the wind. Now, you got to get a demo of his build in a truck. Bunch of sundown 18s. I don't know, 12s. I don't know. It's like 6 of them. They're huge. Blow through. And I think, yeah, you got that 160. If not, you're like right there. And it's like 25 hertz and maybe a little bit below that. Either way, thank you for tuning in, man. And can't wait to see what you got for next season. I know I'm waiting for that new 18 L7X. God, to be able to just turn it up as loud as I want and walk away because the power handling on the 12 is better than my 18. I'm ready. I'm ready. Hoshbox Audio, yo! Awesome. All right, cool. So let's go over some of the deals. Now, we're going to talk about KICKER.com first. And the only thing at KICKER.com that's on Black Friday sale is the headphones. So if you didn't win, you think it's too rigged, well, you can go buy them right now. These are the TW2s right here that they give away. And let's see, are they 33% off? 33% off. So it's a deal, and it's only the headphone accessories and the KB6s. These are really nice. I like those. I have a ton of those. I have, let's see, the room's a little messy here. Do not judge me too much. I got one on the other side of the room. We got one over here. The KB6s, these are nice for whenever you want to use like a patio. Sorry, I got my focus set. But they're nice for like a patio, all that kind of stuff. And they just sound good. You know, they don't need a ton of power. And they're just, you're kind of do-it-all Kicker speaker, full range. And they sound good. So that's the only thing that's on Kicker that I know of that's on sale for Black Friday. And just kicker.com, not Kicker, because everybody sells Kicker. The dealers, online, retailers, all that fun stuff. And the TW2s are definitely worth it, Kyle. And I got the TW1s, TW2s. I got the ones first. John sent those to me. I bought the TW2s. I use the TW1s more for work, but the TW2s definitely sound better, and they fit snug in your ear. But either way, they're great options, man. I want the Cush NCs back because I had to buy this pair from Amazon because Kicker was out. And I just love these for the studio. Maybe we make it Living Loud with Andy headset. I mean, I'm just saying. No, Steve's going to be like, all right, Andy, slow down. All right, so to Kicker. Now, Showtime does have deals, but Crutchfield over here has a lot more. Let me zoom in on this. Has a lot more deals going on. We're going to keep this kind of quick, kind of simple. Where's my mouse? There it is. All right, so I got all these links in the description here, and they have a whole section just Kicker, right? So you can look at pretty much everything here. Not everything is discounted, but like 70 to 80% of these things are 25% off, even the Kicker Street series here. These are the Kicker Street series. These are the only ones that are on back order, but as you can see, they are all discounted, and this sale goes till December 2nd. So literally everything here, for the most part, is discounted. All the amplifiers, and this is why I brought up the CX1800, because the Warhorses are not discounted. So if you want to get kind of close to the same amount of power as a Warhorse, you wanted to get a Black Friday sale, I would look at the CX1800, 0.1. And the only big difference is wiring configuration. Is it going to work for you? For $374, that's a deal. I don't care what system you have, you know, to have that amplifier just laying around, or even two of them, that's a lot of power on deck. It's Kicker power, and that amplifier lasts, man. I got two of the CX1800 2 ohms, the 43s, and two of the 46 1800s, 1 ohm versions. And those are on the quad box, and it's nice just having, you know what I mean? It's like just a 2,000 watt for $374, and it's Kicker power, Kicker quality. That's the difference with that. But yes, there's a lot of things on the website here. Let me pull this up here. The downfiring enclosures, all their loaded enclosures, I believe, are discounted. Let me pull this over because I'm kind of like leaning here. The downfiring, the truck enclosures, those L7Ts we were talking about, but those aren't the custom ones. Those are just normal. Downfiring with the passive radiator. I still want to get one of these. Big D did a video on it, and I just know how passive radiators sound, and the Kicker ones, and they sound amazing. I want one so bad. But literally every loaded enclosure, if you want something that's just real easy to just throw in your car, you don't have to build a box, and it's going to sound good, this is the way to go. Obviously, custom box is always going to win in most aspects, but still. The only one it's not is this one here, and they sell that at, I don't know if they sell that one at Walmart. That's the 10. I got the 12 version, but that's brand new. I feel like the new stuff is not discounted, obviously. But still, all the loaded enclosures, these right here, the Comp R12 dual load enclosure, $500 normally. I feel like this is literally the most popular box at Best Buy, any kind of shop. People buy, doesn't need a ton of power, and it's $125 off, and that is a deal. Of course, look at it. Every single one, well, other than ones that are on back order, but that one right there, the 10 enclosure, I really like that as well. And, man, I mean, we got a lot of discounts kind of everywhere here. Oh, MTX, yeah. But you can see kind of everything. And again, I got all the links in the description down below here. And with everything being 25% off till December 2nd, so I think that's Monday, you know, till end of Cyber Monday, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So if you got to convince your wife or whoever, your mom, your dad, to get more Kicker, check out the link down below. 15% of that actually goes to the YouTube channel, to me. So thank you, and thank you, Crutchfield. I mean, shoot, Crutchfield has been around forever. More places to buy Kicker, I'm fine with. And moving on, because of course you can go to Showtime to get Kicker. And what I'm going to do here is just kind of switch gears, because honestly, how I got involved with Showtime was Excess Power Batteries, Remy. And a lot of their batteries are discounted right now. And I did a whole video on everything. And I think I did forget to put the link here in description. But if you go to Showtime, you get something, just type in code Andy. 8% goes to me. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Showtime, for doing that, supporting, just the YouTubers and just the people, pushing out the product, and Excess Power for making great stuff. And it's easy. You just slap it together. And, there's lots of discounts. If you guys got any more discount places, please let me know. But yes, the Titan 8 battery, the AGM batteries, 21, 15, 20% off. They got the RSV5, but I know the RSV6, and that's the one that I like. Even though it's got a lower dismount or lower discharge amount, I don't know. I feel like it's just nice for stock systems where you still need that capacity. But go check out Showtime. They got all their batteries, seems like, discounted. And then Down for Sound. They just got pretty much everything discounted on Down for Sound. Again, my link is always on the videos there for that if you're shopping Down for Sound. And again, 8% goes to me. I'm just being clear with you guys. You guys are buying car audio equipment, but you're also supporting a guy that does this for a living, if you want to call it that. And it's free. It's free. So thank you guys so much. Thank you, Shoot Dog, for liking the stream on Facebook. Would you look at that? I just picked up my last 2 Excess Power Super Bangs 534 size from Showtime. And I just picked up one too. They are great if you just want to replace your AGM under your hood and you're running lithium in the back, or just want more power to start your engine. The Super Bank is a smart choice, but also run a battery with it. You need a battery with that. It has to be there somewhere. Thank you, Shoot Dog. Appreciate you. All right, and I think that's all I had. Yep. You guys can do the rest of the research yourselves, because I know... I know how it is when you're trying to buy something. It's like, all right, thank you for letting me know. I'm good. You walk into Best Buy. Need help finding anything? I know more than you. Thank you. Let me do my shopping. So go check it out. Get some Kicker stuff. Black Friday, it's just the time to buy stuff and the time to go in a little bit of debt and just throw all your pennies away. But pennies go towards base. They do. Let's see. Did Kicker ever give out a release date on the LX amplifiers? No, but you will be finding out probably the day of release on this channel the night of. I'm talking 12 a.m. So I know you got the notification bell rung. I will be releasing that as soon as that day is available. Just so you know, that day, I don't even know myself, but hopefully soon. I don't see it being too long, Wink. Thank you, Jason, for tuning in. Appreciate you, man. 37 minutes in, and we still got more to talk about. Simon Staley, thank you for tuning in. I seen your message, and I know I was trying to organize my thoughts of how to answer that, because he wants to get a L7X signed by me, but he's buying it from Kicker, so I'd have to ship out here and then I have to ship it out there. I'll just have to figure out how much shipping would be for that, for me to ship it from here to you. Well, we'll figure it out, but I did read your message, man, and thank you for tuning in, dude. Death by Snoo. I have one... Fago, I have one of the RT12s with passive radiator. Hold on, that is blaring in my ears. And it's awesome. Used it before my L7. And why the passive radiators work so well, I don't know if you can see it. Well, that one's flipped. Oh, I got one over here too. I got all these amphitheaters everywhere, but I don't have any of the passive radiator woofers. I don't know if you can see that, but where that little grill is and that subwoofer looking thing, I think that's the IK 500 amphitheater from Kicker. And that was the same kind of concept as that, but for full range, not really like low bass. So when you make something for low bass and you use a passive radiator, you can get a little bit better low end for how large the enclosure is. That's why those have that, so that the boombox amphitheater doesn't need to be huge to be able to play low. Of course, there's always trade-offs of, passive radiator versus sealed versus ported. Maybe a little bit of efficiency, a little bit of output. But you get that well-rounded sound, and if you do it right, they sound freaking amazing. I mean, I know everybody loves the Bullfrog 100s, 400s, all that, but I know the mass majority of like boombox lovers, oh man, they just love the JBL Flip 5, the Extreme 3, or just, you know, anything that's JBL, because like I feel like that's their market, unfortunately, and it sounds good, but it's got a lot of bass to it, right? A little bit of treble. It got the JBL curve, and that's fine, you know. For me, it's like, yeah, Kicker doesn't have quite as much bass with this, but I can hear everything a little better. So there's that. But again, they all use passive radiators in those setups. And if they didn't, I don't think that for that size, there's no way they would play that low. And again, you can always change it up with your L7, man. You know, just build a box a little bit bigger, you know, to be able to dig down. And there's always pros and cons with every enclosure that you design, man. Bassatronics, thank you for tuning in. Oh, I'm getting a kicker going just for him. Thank you for tuning in. Bass, I love you. I mean, man, bass, we do love it. You know, the title of that song, you know, you hit it right on the head. You hit it right on the head. Thank you for tuning in, Bassatronics. Let's see. Oh my, they are cheap there in the States. I know, Dubby. Oh man, you know, I wish you could get Kicker a little bit cheaper. You know, I know it's more expensive overseas, and that's the economy, I guess, man. I don't know if it's economy and just all that stuff, and it sucks. It sucks, man. Trust me. And hey, I wouldn't mind having 220 volt, but we ain't all complaining here. Electra's like, yes. He said it. Cross the puddle, Dubs. I'm living a dream come true. Favorite Basshead show is Kicking It with Andy. You know what? Thank you, Garrick. That means the world, man. You know, I'm like setting everything up, you know, all these times, getting everything right. And there's a reason. It's because of you guys, man. You put a smile on my face and you give that warm sensation, you know? Thank you, man. Thank you, William, for liking the stream on Facebook. And that's the thing I might try too. See how that works on there for every Facebook like and stuff and share? That's only with Living Loud with Andy on Facebook, not my personal profile. So I'm probably going to just start streaming everything from there and then sharing onto my personal profile. So if anybody's on Facebook, you'll get that. And that's the only way to do that. But either way, you know, times are changing. Times are changing, trying new stuff, and I appreciate you guys that smash the like. I wish YouTube would do that too, man, because we are up to, we got 51 of you guys in here and only 24 likes. Come on, man, you gotta smash the like. Just hit the like. Just hit the like. Thank you, Dave. He comes into the show every time. Thank you. Man, you said it, not me. You said it, not me. Bad Customs, XS AGM under the hood, and 3 Superbang 500s in back. Man, that's a lot, you know. And that's the thing, you can use those Superbang 500s as your auxiliary power for your amplifier, you know, because they will store power. They just don't hold power. And I think that's just because of the static electricity factor of how capacitors work versus a battery and chemical reaction. It doesn't really store power for long, but their effectiveness unable to deliver all that power instantaneously compared to a battery. So it does work for that case. And I mean, honestly, your voltage is probably super stiff because of those capacitors. That's awesome to hear, man. Eric, thank you for liking on Facebook, man. See, that's why I like that. Eves is the one good Best Buy employee. Evo! Oh, man, I just want to walk into Best Buy and just yell at and see him right over there. It's priceless. Priceless. Let's see. A half-built display. You know what? At least the guys around here, the two Best Buys, on the east side and the west side of me, they both have working Kicker displays and car audio stuff. I mean, this area, it's not huge on car audio, but they definitely respect it, man. Thank goodness. But I do have one of those Best Buy displays. I've had it for years. And they cut the wiring harness. I want to get another one to make it functional, you know, to hit the button, do all that fun stuff. But just haven't been able to figure out how, and just, you know, kind of forgot about it. I need 3 XS hold downs. Can't find them in stock anywhere. Okay, for the batteries. Yeah, I know. I know they make certain things for that, for what have you. If it's not on XS Power or Showtime themselves, I don't know. Bad Customs. I do not know. Let's see. Rolling down on the comments. Eat the jerky sub. Kyle. You know what? That DD sub was pretty good. You know, I love April Fools. I love it. Fago says, I got a large enclosure for the L7 on the way now that you mention it. Would you look at that? And that's the thing, man. It's like kickers do work very well in small enclosures. And the reason is the solo barrack kind of parameters that they designed them with. And I feel like that's a big reason why they were so sought after, is because back in the day, you had to build this huge enclosure for this woofer to get loud. Well, the L7s or the solo barracks, you know, the round ones, didn't need quite such a large enclosure to perform good enough. Of course, you put these L7s in a big box, especially like the 15 variants, not as much the 10 and 12s, but still they do still perform good. But the 15s, for some reason, they just pump air compared to, you know what I mean? Like you can build a way bigger box, way larger just kind of range compared to the 10 or 12s, and they do amazing at large enclosures. And that's a big reason why I made Cookie Monster so big in the beginning, and it's still big. It's still on the max side of the spec side. If it had been any other week, we could have gotten you a tour, but it was a skeleton crew for DD. If you don't love bass, you've been living under a rock. Ain't that the truth, man? I eat jerky all the time. Wore my Blake DD audio shirt for Thanksgiving. Take one bite of that thing. Yes, hit the like. Mr. Kip Litzy, he's here. Thank you for being here, Kip. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving, by the way. And thank you for tuning in, man. Thank you so much. Okay, I hit the like button. Thank you, Anthony. You got to hit it. Alan, thank you for liking the stream on Facebook. That's why I want to switch it all over to there. It's cool that it works. It just doesn't work with the personal profile, and most people watch there. So I'm going to make them all go over there. Either way, thank you guys for liking and being here tonight. You guys are awesome. Good day, Clipple. WWW. All right, cool. I think I caught up on the questions. Kip, I hope you reconsidered that Sony Explode. Solo Explode. That was a good one, Dubby. That got a lot of people, man. They're like, man, is that... How much? Dubby's just that good. All right, if anyone is interested in the new L7X amps and controller, 5-Star did a video on their Instagram. Pretty cool tech. Uh-oh. 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 No, they didn't. I don't think they were supposed to. I know Kicker talked about it at SEMA, though. I know Kicker talked about it at SEMA. I've talked about it. We showed it. But either way, it is amazing stuff that they have with the LX. I always want to say L7X. LX. And it just reminds me of just the SX amplifiers, morphed with the IQ, morphed with the KXA line of amps, and just kind of taking things here and there from each one and putting it together of, you know, what have you, you know, and just, I know people want the standalone DSP, same, and I'm sure they're working on it. Right, Kip? Thank you, Jeff Wallace. Oh, would you look at that. Living Loud with Annie member. Appreciate you, Jeff, and thank you for always tuning in like you do all over these years, man. You guys are awesome. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we did, and we were cleared to do it. Thank you for tuning in, Dean. Wait a minute. Are you sure? Come on. All right, then. Full tilt boogie, then. I have things to do, but I wanted to hold off on that. That is awesome. Thank you for tuning in, Dean. Would you look at that? All right, cool. I think I caught up on most of the comments here. We went over every single thing that Kicker pretty much discount for Black Friday. If you guys have any other things that are on sale that people might want to talk about, drop it down below and I will look it up because, you know, people are always just trying to make money on saving on car audio because you're making money by not spending as much. And, hey, the iron's hot, hit it, and it's an investment. It really is. You know, it's an early Christmas present to you. Put it that way. All right, cool. Let's see. Yeah, I think we literally went over everything. Anthony A, thank you. I bought a Down for Sound DSP today, the Easy DSP or what have you. They got a few, and I've been contemplating of buying that. Thought Down for Sound would have had a deal. Nope. Had to go to Drop in Hertz for $340, $60 off. You know, and I don't know if they just updated that or what have you. I don't know how their structure is. You know, with just like their dealers and stuff. It might be something similar to, in some ways, like how KICKER does on their main website. If you just go to kicker.com, the only thing that's on Black Friday sale is the headphones and stuff. So it might be something like that, you know, where it's only certain things for just the dealers so that they can, you know, they can make some money too. And I think that's smart that KICKER does that, and they take care of their dealers, their local dealers, and just online retailers and stuff. But still, I have been tempted to get that. Thanksgiving sales on, 10% off most products. Dreamsicle. Ah, the Dreamsicle. Now, do they make amplifiers or is it just a subwoofer? I know about them. I just don't know much about them. I just don't. Jason, yeah, they had so much adjustability. There wasn't enough room for knobs on the amp. Good video, Dean. You know, and that's the thing with the SX amplifiers that I have over there. You know, there's a bunch of switches on it, you know, and there's just a lot of things. But it is kind of simple, but there's a lot. So you don't want to kind of overcomplicate things, but you also want to give the consumer, you know, enough where it's like, wow, I can control this now. I can do this now. And everything, you know, within reach where that has that remote for the 4, 5, 7 channel amplifier so that you can adjust everything. And I was going to, you know, maybe review that one, you know. I'm more of a more power kind of guy. I mean, who isn't? But at the same time, it's like, that's a lot, you know, of just kind of to cover because there is so much that is packed into those products with the LX line with that fancy, just, I don't even know what you call it, remote control. It's fancy. And the SX amplifiers had something very similar, but it was all digital, and so are these, and they got some extra knobs, and I don't know, man, I like my Stream Deck Plus that has the knobs so you can adjust things on the fly rather than just purely doing it digital, so thumbs up to KICKER for that, and it's something that they're always working on, you know, and we find out about it years later, so it's just cool whenever people get it in their hands. You know, we love to see videos about it, but at the same time, I love to see people reaction. Oh man, you know what? This thing was awesome because it was perfect for my setup. And now I don't have to use my head unit for all this stuff, and I can adjust things with, you know, what have you of all kind of controls right on your fingertips. And who knows? Just a lot of applications of having that remote connected by, you know, Ethernet. You can kind of put it anywhere. You can put it on your podium. You know, even big SPO guys can use it as a signal processor and kind of adjust things. They don't need to have, you know, a head unit right there. They can have kind of that. And, you know, it depends what you're doing, man. It really does. Let's see. DD is having a bunch of sales. Black Friday sales. Digital Designs. We got to look them up. We got to look them up. All right. DD Audio. There we go. There we go. There we go. Early holiday sales. Save $50 to $500 on built subwoofers. You know, I like DD just because, you know, Oklahoma. They make good stuff, you know. I'm a KICKER guy, but this is good stuff too, man. And flash sale 815F. Now, what about the big one, Blake? That's what I want to know about. The big one. The big one. Awesome stuff, though. And I know Travis Young used to run DD. I think that's pretty much how I kind of got interested or learned about digital designs was from Travis Young, because he switched from Kicker to that at one point. And I'm like, I think I remember seeing that around, but I'm not too sure. I think I kind of got it mistaken for B2 Audio, which kind of looks similar, not really. And, it's like the more you learn about a company and like the transparency, like how Unmasked does it, and I feel like Digital Designs does that, of just kind of showing you hear about the company history and stuff. I think that is just, it's more valuable than people may think. Some people might not even care. To me, it's valuable. Thank you, Blake, for tuning in, man. Popsicles and dreamsicles. Okay, so they just sell popsicles. Okay, that's what I thought. Subs and recone kits. I mean, who doesn't need a recone kit? Who doesn't need one? All right, CT doing 24% off literally almost everything. And CT Sounds, I know we did an amp dyno a little bit ago. Thank you, Mr. Cornett. A CT 800.5 and the amplifier, in my opinion, I like amplifiers that are bulletproof. I will pay the extra $1 for that. I'm not saying that it's not, but you get a lot of power for a very low price, and it's just physics. You're going to get a little bit cheaper product, a little bit. Not that this sounds bad. And it did do rated, but it needed a little bit of help on uncertified. It did it. Certified, it didn't. And I know that's just every amplifier, and I was really stressing that thing. I personally despise 4-channel or 5-channel, mostly 5-channel amplifier dynos whenever they load test every single channel at the lowest part. And I get it, but at the same time, it's not realistic ever. Just because your mids and highs do not pull that much current from the power supply section of the amplifier, no matter how low you wire them down and how hard you're pushing them, you just don't see that much power as a resistive load that you would at a lower sine wave, the 50 hertz or whatever. It's just, I feel like it's just not, you don't see that. It's not realistic. Now, the amp dyno portion of the subwoofer, yeah, stress that thing as hard as you can. I want to see if it does rate it at 2 ohm, 1 ohm, usually 2 ohm with 5 channels. And, yeah, okay, 4 ohm, let's see what it does there. You don't have to stress it down to 2. I just feel like it's too much onto it. And that's the only time it failed. Otherwise, good stuff. You can't beat it. $200 for that amplifier. that's a breeze, man. But again, I feel like with anything in life, you get what you pay for. And sometimes all you need is that. You don't need it to be perfect. But some people, man, they might blow it up and they're going to say it's junk. Meanwhile, it's just, it wasn't completely dummy proof. And some people need it. Some people don't. And then do you want to pay for that? Or maybe there's more quality behind that price too, alongside the dummy proofness. And I'm just a big dummy, just like a lot of us out there. And I need that. I need that, man. Yeah. The D series has a glass fiber cone that you can shine RGB through, red and more power handling, green for better efficiency, and blue for better low end. Okay, so kind of like Kicker, how they have the red, blue, yellow, white, kind of like, series of stuff. And, right, I feel like with every line of woofers of brands out there, kind of need that. I feel like other ones don't. It's like you kind of got to know, okay, blah, 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 it's for like this and this and this, and you're kind of looking at power handling. I do like when it's color coordinated because you're at a show, you could just look at it, and you know what it is. Other than like the big beefy surround, the big giveaways, sometimes it's hard to tell unless you see the motor structure or the basket, I don't know, just some things. I do like where you can tell the difference of something and have kind of a skew to it. Thank you, Blake. Eric H, thank you for tuning in, man. Anyone ever experienced a high alternator leaking voltage through the Excite wire plug-in? Was backfeeding the fuse box, not letting my truck's ECM shut off, drained battery overnight, only 3 months old. Wow, that is not good. With something like that, I don't know. With the Excite wire, I think that's different than the Sense wire for some reason. But with the Excite wire, I know like some alternators are self-exciting, of just like it's built in. I think it's more on the voltage regulator side of things. I'm not 100% sure on that. But with any kind of backfeeding power, and going into the fuse box, power is going to go both ways. So I don't know what happened. in that situation with you, man. You know, but with the battery draining overnight and it's a brand new battery, you got some kind of parasitic draw. I think that's more the lines here on this question. And, you know, with a voltmeter, you can, or a multimeter, you can test for any kind of parasitic drains and stuff like that. It's kind of hard to narrow it down. Trust me, ask any electrician. Parasitic drains are like really hard to narrow down unless you really, really, really know what you're doing and you're super experienced with it. But yeah, what I would do is maybe, I don't want to say disconnect that because you might need that for the alternator. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe a diode, a big enough diode, since yeah, diodes are the ones, yeah, voltage only goes one way. So that might be a fix for that. But I feel like that's putting a Band-Aid on a broken leg. You know, I feel like there's a bigger problem. I'm not a super alternator smart guy here. I wish I could help you more on that one, man. And we got Mr. SDK in here. Have you heard about the SDK Enclosures Black Friday ad? No, I did not, Jake. I did not. All right, we got to look it up. Let's look. SDK Enclosures. What do we got? What do we got? No sale this year. He said 25% on top of the price. He said on top of the price. That is the ad. It's a beautiful one. Thank you for tuning in, Jake. You got me. I mean, he said, if you want to pay 25% on top of it, the original price, he's fine with it. That's the Black Friday sale. Wade, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for keeping Kicker Club kicking, buddy. You're right about the power on the mids. The frequency they play do not require much power to move, which is proven on a graph utilizing pink noise. The higher the frequency, the less power required and the less noise you need for your ears to perceive how loud something is. It's just your ears are tuned, obviously, for vocals, higher frequencies, and you need less of it. But right, it's just kind of my gripe on any kind of 5-channel dyno, because it's like, yeah, if you do that, yeah, it's probably not going to pass, but I know kickers make sure theirs do no matter what. It's one thing they don't cheap on is the power supply, and that's the foundation of the amplifier, right? So, but still, at the end of the day, I just feel like it's kind of pointless. I got these load resistors over here, and I'm like, I get it for the subwoofer, because whatever, let's just do it. But the 4 channels, 1,000 hertz, 2,000 hertz, music is all over the place. You're not playing test tones for your vocals. You're just not. Now, are you playing test tones for your woofers? At some point, you kind of are. And if you're playing rebass, you definitely are. It's some kind of test tone, man. Even it got some breaks in it, but it's not just, I don't know, some alarm, beep, 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 for your mids and high. Like, oh, yeah, look at all that power. It did it certified. No bueno. Let's see. Looking forward. Oh. Okay, Blake. Sorry, I missed that one. Looking forward to good times and demos tomorrow, and we're having an Extreme SPL competition event here in Wichita, Kansas. Can't wait to experience other builds, man. And man, for me, car audio season, it's the winter season. It's cold, so not much going on. But yeah, I'm excited for next year, man. And just going to shows, it's a lot of prep. If you've ever been to one before, you know what it is. But if you haven't, it's a whole nother thing, man. Think of going to an amusement park, but just straight bass, and you just get to meet people and just have a good time. And it's way better than any car show. Car shows are cool until you went to like 40 of them. Bass shows are entirely different. It's kind of hard to get bored of a bass show. Is it? Like, unless they're playing like a stunt wall, playing test tones with a stunt wall, then it can get annoying. Andy's, would it be cool if you did an episode about parasitic drain? You know what? I'm going to have to open up the Auto 2000 book, and I'm going to have to do some reading. That is a very good topic. Because a lot of people, not even in car audio, can have that problem. And electrician's nightmare. But still, absolutely, Dubby. thank you for the idea, and thank you guys for bringing this stuff up, because it's like I pull from you guys. Sometimes even Kayla, or just the interwebs on Facebook, social medias and stuff, and just hearing what you guys say, what kind of questions you have, and to dive deep into it, because with car audio, it's almost like surface level learning on YouTube. It's not always super in-depth with like how things work, and I feel like that's more my kind of style, but you gotta learn it. You gotta learn it, and that's what's great about Kicking It with Andy's. Whenever we don't have a guest on, I try to bring something to the table of learning something that somebody else did explain, but maybe not as deep, and I'm gonna do it a different way. But I don't want to keep you guys here forever. I do need to let you guys know who we're going to have for Tuesday. Thank you for tuning in, Sean. Appreciate you, man. And let me pull this up before I lose it here. Okay, we're good. And appreciate all that you do, man. SJC, computer's running good. Love you, buddy. Thank you for stopping in. And before everybody starts jumping off, because we're already at the hour mark, I do want to let you guys know that we're going to have Mr. Dick Rickulus on Kicking It with Andy this Tuesday. It's not Big D. It's Dick Rickulus. Okay? Two different people. I think it's the same car. It's like a different blue, though. But it's going to be an awesome show, nonetheless. And, with 12 Volt Talk, Kicker Unmasked, all the shows, him and Robert Hi-Fi Vega, and having all those guys on there, just on YouTube, and me getting introduced into the YouTube of car audio. He is definitely a foundational piece in my eyes and my heart. So to have him on the show it's a blessing, between XO, Bass I Love You, Bassatronics, man. I know we had other guests, but to have different people that I just didn't really know, and to have them on my show, it's awesome, man, and I can't wait. Factory 430 43R, I got a voltage question. 2018 F-150 upgraded alternator, new battery, big 3. When I give it gas, my voltage drops down from 14.1 to 11, even when no music is playing. Can't figure it out. Well, if you give it gas and the voltage drops, probably running out of gas. No. I know some cars with the PCM or ECU, whatever, the computer, it has fuel efficiency stuff where it'll shut off the alternator. And I don't think that's the case here with the gas being pressed, because usually when you press the gas, things start to come back on. It kind of eliminates the fuel efficiency mode, the duty cycle, if you will. And if you hit the gas and it goes from 14.4 down to 11, even when no music is playing, can't figure out that. To me, it sounds like something ECU driven. The computer is doing something. And with a 2018, I know newer cars are they're all different, but there are bypasses for that. And in my opinion, what I would do, instead of trying to fix a stock alternator that is ECU driven or computer driven, PCU driven, PCM, whatever, computer driven, I would just look into the market, since you are having charging voltage, but make sure you nail everything down. You don't have anything else is the issue. But regardless, a aftermarket high output alternator is a smart choice, regardless of whatever the problem is. And then by doing that, you can bypass any kind of fuel efficiency stuff, change your voltage set point, run any type of battery chemistry that you want, and at the end of the day, have even more power. Thank you, Factory 430R. Appreciate you tuning in. And I thought it said Kicker, but it says Butter. It looks like Kicker logo, not gonna lie. Yeah, when I take the foot off the gas, it goes 14.4. I think that is fuel efficiency then. It's just not for... Some fuel efficiency is for, whenever you're just idling. It'll just say, oh no, we don't need to use the alternator now. And then when you hit the gas, it turns it on. Maybe it's like, well, you're using all the gas, so let's turn the alternator off because the voltage is okay. And then in its eyes, and then you play a system with 1,000 watts, 2,000 watts, and then it's not charging. That's why your voltage is dropping down to 11. I think it's definitely computer controlled. Something is going into some kind of eco mode. That is my educated guess on that. Kip. Ground is fine. Okay, so he's going over the things. My stock battery is 750 amps. I put a 1000 cold crank amp battery in it. Not sure if that makes a difference. You know, higher crank amp battery is just going to be able to give you more discharge capabilities, aka higher crank value. But usually if it's the same kind of battery, same size, it's going to have a little bit less reserve. So it's more of a starting battery than a reserve. But it all depends how big that battery is. And I'm pretty sure we're talking about lead acid and AGM here. I mean, you can get cold cranks out of lithium, you know, any battery, man. And it just depends how they rate it, you know, but usually like down to like 8 volts. And you can get a lot of current, a lot of amps, 1,000 amps. That's 10,000 watts, well, 8,000 watts at 8 volts. So, yeah, but is that good for car audio? It might help voltage not drop as far as quickly, but eventually it will drop. Let's see. There should be a giveaway for an all-expense paid trip to Slamology. That would be cool. I'm going to have to pick up a phone. Blake says, I'll be honest, I love me a good bass show, but SQ is nice because you can actually talk to people without having to yell. You know what? I'm not going to disagree with you on that one because after any kind of show, I can't hear. It's not that I'm deaf. It's just my ears are kind of like adjusted. They're not ringing, but they're adjusted to just loud music, you know, and I'm screaming because my voice is quiet. Believe it or not, I just have the gain turned up. That's it. I use love car shows since Slam have been to one. We got to get you out there, Cedric. Well, once you go to the big bass show, man. I mean, you went there. You went to Slam, man. You made it, and it's the bee's knees. Big D. What are we going to test coming Tuesday? I don't know if we're going to do any kind of live amp dyno. That would be cool. That would be cool. I didn't even think of that, but we'll see what Derek can do. I mean, I don't know. Not everybody has a giant studio it's like a 3-in-1, you know? It's like your shampoo, but better. You know, it just does everything. Let's see. There might be a mod to keep the voltage always high. Right. And each vehicle is going to be dependent on that. The L7Xs are smooth as butter. They definitely are. They definitely are. BMS reset. I don't know. I don't know with that. You know, with just new cars, they get kind of quirky, man. One that suits your build's theme. Yes. Green or turquoise. I'm going to have to go turquoise. I'm looking forward to making my comeback in car audio in 2025, and I can't wait to see the Presonator just come out, man. I'm excited. I want to hear it. Thank you, Anthony. Happy Thanksgiving to you. And bass and leftovers. I had my leftovers, but third time's a charm. And I'm not going to keep you guys here forever. You guys are awesome. Thank you for tuning in. And appreciate all the new ones that were here tonight. And make sure you tune in this Tuesday. Kicking with Andy, Mr. Big D, Dick Riculous on BGTV. It's going to be a blast. I will see you guys then. And have an awesome Thanksgiving weekend. Go get some kicker stuff and everything else out there. It's Black Friday. Without further ado, stay living loud.
Okay. So we're kicking it with Andy, right? You know what that means. We living loud.
guys. Wade, Kip, Jason, everybody have a good Thanksgiving. Of course, we're going to hang out on the Discord after this, but only for an hour, because I got some Big D videos to freaking edit. I got to get them done.
Live and laugh with Andy.
You know what I forgot to talk about? Sparked Innovations. Of course, we were talking about the Bass Blaster, but yes, go to sparked.com and get a bunch of stuff discounted, fannies, everything. And Cornut coming in, donating a $2 super chat for the caboose. Let's get it. Thank you, Cornut. Appreciate you. And this guy always coming in, stealing it. Kip, thank you for being here. Got the boozy, baby. And where's Bubba and Cornut? Oh, no. Jake's stealing it. He is stealing it. Got the boozy. The caboozy right here. We got it. The caboose. Thank you guys for watching. And I will see you on the next one. And cut. Dance, 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 dance. We need outro music. There we go. Crank it, crank it. Crank the soldier boy. Oh, look at that go. Just look at it go.